Hello, my child. It's me. I'm glad you've come. Come and sit here with me, just for a while. Let the day and all its demands begin to recede. There is nothing you need to do here, nothing you need to be. You only need to be present. You're restless tonight, aren't you? I feel it. I feel it in the very core of your being. It's a feeling like you can't quite settle into your own skin. A current of agitated energy that flows through you, even as your body longs for sleep. It's a quiet inner trembling, a sense that something is unfinished, something is unsettled, something is not right. Your soul is pacing, even as your body lies still. You turn over in your bed, and the sheets feel tangled and wrong. You close your eyes, but the darkness behind your eyelids is not peaceful. It's busy. Your heart is beating just a little too fast, a frantic rhythm that doesn't match the quiet of the room. It feels like there is a motor running inside you, one that you cannot find the switch to turn off. It is the deep, profound, and wearying discomfort of a restless heart. And I want you to know, my beloved, that I see it all. I feel it with you. I am not frustrated with your inability to be still. I am not disappointed that you cannot simply will yourself into a state of peace. Your restlessness is not a sign of your failure. It is a sign of your need. It is the cry of your soul for a calm that it cannot create for itself. It is a homing signal, drawing my heart to yours. You have tried to calm yourself, haven't you? You have tried taking deep breaths. You have tried thinking peaceful thoughts. You have tried to exhaust your body into submission, but the restlessness remains, humming just beneath the surface. It is like trying to smooth a stormy sea with the palm of your hand. Your own efforts are no match for the storm inside. And that is okay. That is more than okay. Because it is in this moment when you recognize the futility of your own efforts, that you are perfectly positioned to receive what I have to offer. You do not have to fight this feeling alone anymore. You do not have to wrestle with it in the dark. For now, I want you to do something radical. I want you to stop fighting it. Just for a moment. Stop trying to force the stillness. Stop being angry at your own agitated heart. Instead, I want you to simply bring your restless heart to me. Let it be restless in my presence. Let its frantic beat be a prayer. Let its inner trembling be a confession of your need for me. I am the Prince of Peace. My very essence is calm. I am the eye of the hurricane, the still point in the turning world. I am the deep, quiet waters that are never disturbed by the storms on the surface. And I am here with you, now. I am bringing my calm into the very atmosphere of your restlessness. You don't have to reach for it. You only have to receive it, so be still even in your restlessness. Know that I am God. Know that I am here. And know that I have come tonight for this very purpose, to do for you what you cannot do for yourself, to calm your soul. Rest for a moment, my child. Just rest. I have you. My dear child, as we sit here together, acknowledging this restless feeling in your soul, let us listen more closely for a moment. Let us try to find its source. For so many of my beloved children, for you tonight the storm begins here, in the mind. The restlessness in your body is often just an echo of the chaos in your thoughts. Your mind is a noisy place tonight, isn't it? I want you to picture it. Your mind is like an office that refuses to close for the night. The lights are still blazing. The phones are still ringing. Anxious workers are rushing back and forth, shuffling papers, typing frantically. There is no peace here. There is only the hum of relentless, unproductive activity. Let's look at what is happening in this frantic office. Over in one corner, you have the planner. This part of your mind is obsessed with tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. It is making lists. It is composing emails in your head. It is rehearsing conversations. It is trying to solve problems that haven't even happened yet. It is running through every possible scenario, trying to control a future that is uncontrollable. It operates under the false belief that if it just thinks hard enough, it can prevent all future pain and surprise, and the energy it burns is immense. In another corner, you have the historian. This part of your mind is chained to the past. It works like a film projector, and tonight it is replaying all the old movies of regret and embarrassment. It shows you the moment you said the wrong thing. It shows you the opportunity you missed. It shows you the mistake you made over and over again in high definition. It asks you endless unanswerable questions. Why did you do that? What if you had done this instead? It is a cruel archivist, and its work is to stir up feelings of shame and sorrow. And then, in the center of it all, is the broadcaster. This is the part of your mind that is like a radio stuck between stations. It plays snippets of songs on a loop. It brings up random, anxious thoughts out of nowhere. Did I lock the door? It whispers headlines you read earlier in the day, filling you with a vague sense of dread about the state of the world. It is pure, chaotic, unfiltered noise, and its only purpose seems to be to keep your mind from ever finding a moment of true silence. Is it any wonder that you feel restless? Your body, your faithful body, hears the frantic activity in the office of your mind. It hears the alarm in the planner's voice, the sorrow in the historian's, and the static of the broadcaster. And your body, in its wisdom, responds as if there is a real and present danger. Your heart beats faster. Your breath becomes shallow. Your muscles tense, ready for a fight or for a flight that never comes. Your physical restlessness is simply your body's loyal response to the chaos in your mind. Tonight, I am not going to ask you to storm into that office and shout at everyone to be quiet. That is just another form of struggle, another form of striving. Instead, I am asking you to do something much quieter, much more gentle. I want you to simply stand at the doorway of that office with me. I want you to become the quiet observer of the chaos. Notice the planner without getting drawn into its lists. See the historian without stepping into the sad movie it is projecting. Hear the broadcaster without singing along to its anxious song. Just notice. And as you notice each noisy worker, I want you to gently, lovingly, introduce them to me. In the quiet of your heart, you can whisper, Jesus, look at the planner, so afraid of tomorrow. Can you quiet him? Jesus, see the historian, so haunted by yesterday. Can you comfort her? Jesus, hear the static from the broadcaster. Can you bring your clarity? You are not fighting the noise. You are bringing the noise into my presence. You are shining my light into the chaotic office. And in my presence, under my loving gaze, the frantic energy cannot sustain itself. The workers will begin to slow down. The lights will begin to dim. The phones will stop ringing. We will quiet your mind together, not with force, but with love. Just stand here with me, and let us watch. The calm is coming. My precious child, now that we have stood together at the doorway of your busy mind and acknowledged the chaos within, I want to give you a profound and freeing gift. It is the gift of permission. You have been fighting for so long. Fighting to concentrate. Fighting to relax. Fighting to be peaceful. You have been wrestling with your own restlessness as if it were an enemy to be conquered, a foe to be vanquished. And this battle has left you utterly exhausted. The struggle itself has become a source of your weariness. So tonight I want you to hear these words, spoken from the very heart of heaven, with all the authority of your Creator and all the tenderness of your Savior. You have permission to stop fighting. I release you from the duty of self-control tonight. I release you from the burden of trying to fix yourself. You can lay down your weapons. The war against your own restless heart is over, and I am declaring a truce. A holy, peaceful armistice. You do not have to win this battle. You only need to surrender it to me. Instead of fighting your restlessness, let's try something new. Let's simply be with it. Let's observe it, together. with gentle, loving curiosity. Think of your restlessness not as an enemy, but as a frightened child within you, a child who is thrashing about because they are scared and overwhelmed. You cannot calm a frightened child by shouting at them or by wrestling them into submission. You calm them by sitting with them, by holding them, by creating a space of safety where their frantic energy can slowly, gently dissipate. Let us do that now. I want you to gently gather up this feeling of restlessness from your body and your mind. Don't try to grasp it tightly or control it. Just cup your hands in your imagination and allow the restless energy to pool there. What does it feel like? Does it feel like a buzzing swarm of bees? A frantic fluttering bird with a broken wing? A trembling current of electricity? Whatever it is, just hold it gently. Look upon it not with frustration, but with compassion. This is the part of you that is hurting. This is the part of you that needs my peace the most. And now, still holding it gently, I want you to bring it to me. In the quiet of your heart, extend your hands and offer this trembling, restless thing to me. Place it in my hands. Feel the transfer. Feel the vibrating energy leave your palms and enter mine. I am not afraid of it. I am not overwhelmed by it. My stillness is infinitely more powerful than your agitation. My peace is an ocean, and your restlessness is but a single troubled drop. As you place your restlessness in my hands, watch what happens. My hands do not crush it or destroy it. My hands simply hold it, and the very nature of my presence begins to change it. My peace begins to absorb the frantic energy. The buzzing of the bees grows quiet. The frantic fluttering of the bird begins to slow, its wings folding in as it senses it is finally safe. The trembling current of electricity finds its ground in me and is neutralized. You are not forcing the calm. You are simply allowing my calm to be greater than your chaos. You are no longer engaged in a tug of war with your own soul. You have let go of the rope, and you are allowing me to be the anchor. Feel the change in your own body as you do this. Feel the muscles in your shoulders, which were bunched up in the fight, begin to soften and release. Feel your jaw, which was clenched in determination, go slack. Feel your hands, which were figuratively clenched into fists, open and relax. Feel the deep, slow breath that comes when the battle is finally over. This is the rest of surrender. It is the peace that comes not from victory, but from yielding. It is the profound truth that you do not have to calm your own storms. You only need to bring your storms to me. So rest now, my child. Rest from the exhausting work of self-mastery. It is safe to be restless here, because you are restless with me, and my presence is the ultimate calm. Let me hold your restlessness for the rest of the night. You don't need it anymore. You only need to rest. My beloved, now that you have surrendered the struggle and placed your restlessness in my hands, let me take you somewhere. Let me lead you away from the turbulent open sea of your anxiety and into a place of deep and profound shelter. Your soul has been like a small boat, tossed about by the violent waves of worry and the fierce winds of the day. You have been taking on water, the sails are tattered, and you feel you are far from any shore. But I am the master of the sea, and I know the secret places of refuge. Come with me now. Let your mind follow my voice. We are steering your little boat away from the churning chaos. Feel the boat turn. We are leaving the deep, dark waters of your troubles behind us. Ahead, you can see a break in the coastline, a narrow inlet that you had not noticed before. This is the entrance to our sanctuary. As we guide your boat toward this opening, notice how the water begins to change. The violent, choppy waves begin to lessen in their intensity. The roar of the wind begins to soften into a murmur. The air itself seems to grow warmer, more still. We are entering a place that is protected from the storm. We pass through the narrow channel, with tall, strong cliffs rising on either side of us. These cliffs are my faithfulness and my sovereignty. They are ancient and unshakable, and they take the full force of the wind and the waves, leaving the waters within this channel calm and serene. The chaos of the outside world cannot penetrate this far. And now, the channel opens up into a hidden cove, a perfect, quiet harbor. Oh, my child, look at this place I have prepared for your soul. The water here is as still as glass, a deep, tranquil green. You can see all the way to the sandy bottom. The frantic churning has ceased. The only movement is the gentle, lazy rocking of your boat as it drifts to a stop in the center of this perfect calm. The sky above this harbor is clear. The angry clouds of the storm are blocked by the high cliffs. Here, a few soft, peaceful stars are beginning to appear. A single golden lantern hangs from a wooden post on the shore, casting a warm, steady, welcoming light across the water. It is a light of hope, a light of welcome. It is my light, and it will burn steadily for you all through the night. Listen to the sounds here. What do you hear? The terrifying roar of the storm is gone. In its place, you hear the gentle lap, lap, lap of the still water against the hull of your boat. It is a soft, rhythmic, comforting sound. You might hear the distant, gentle creak of the wood as your boat settles. You can hear the sound of your own breathing, which has become slow and deep. The dominant sound here is a profound and holy silence, a silence that heals, a silence that restores. This quiet harbor is my presence. It has always been here, waiting for you. You only needed to allow me to steer you toward it. The violent seas of your life may still be raging on the other side of those cliffs, but in here, with me, you are completely safe, utterly protected. Now, let's do one final thing. Let's drop the anchor. An anchor is a symbol of hope, of stability, of a firm and secure connection to something that will not move. I am your anchor. In your mind, hear the rattle of the heavy chain as it slides through the hawse hole. Feel the satisfying, solid thud as the anchor sinks deep into the sandy bottom, gripping it firmly. Your boat is no longer adrift. It is secure. It is moored to me. It will not be moved. Now you can finally rest. You are safe from the storm. You are held in a place of perfect peace. You are anchored to your unshakable God. Here in this harbor, the necessary repairs can begin. The water can be bailed out. The tattered sails of your spirit can be mended. The weary wood of your soul can be restored. But none of that is your work. That is my work. Your only work tonight is to rest in the safety I provide. So lie down in your little boat, here in my quiet harbor. Let the gentle rocking be your lullaby. Let the golden light of the lantern be your nightlight. Let the profound stillness be your peace. Your captain is on watch. The storm cannot find you here. Sleep now, little boat. Sleep. My child, here in the safety of our quiet harbor, with your little boat anchored securely to me, let us turn our attention to the most basic and fundamental rhythm of your life, your breath. Your breath is the bridge between your body and your soul. It is the current that carries the electricity of your thoughts and feelings. When your soul is restless, your breath becomes shallow and hurried. When your soul is at peace, your breath becomes deep and slow. Tonight, we are not going to command your soul to be peaceful. We are going to gently invite it into peace by teaching your body to breathe with me. First, I want you to simply notice your breathing, just as it is. Place a hand on your chest or on your belly, whichever feels more natural. And just observe. Do not judge it. Do not try to change it yet. Just feel the movement. Feel the subtle rise and fall. Is it quick? Is it shallow? Staying high up in your chest? Does it feel like you can't quite get enough air? Like each breath is cut short? This is the breath of anxiety. It is the breath of a body that is on high alert. A body that has been running an internal marathon all day long. It has been faithfully responding to the restlessness in your mind. Thank your body for its faithfulness. It has been trying to keep you safe. But now it is time to teach it a new way, a way of safety that leads to rest, not readiness. The world has its own rhythm, and you have been breathing in sync with it. It is a frantic, jagged, breathless rhythm. It is the rhythm of hurry, of pressure, of never enough. But my rhythm is different. My rhythm is the eternal, unhurried rhythm of grace. It is the slow, steady turning of the galaxies. It is the patient unfolding of a rosebud. It is the deep, silent pulse of life that underlies all of creation. It is the rhythm your soul was created for, and I want to invite you to synchronize your breath with my rhythm tonight. Let's begin. I want you to take a long, slow breath in through your nose, and as you do, I don't want you to just think about air. I want you to imagine you are breathing in my very peace. Imagine it as a tangible substance, a cool, clean, silvery light. Feel it entering your nostrils, cooling and calming. Feel it filling your lungs, expanding your chest, and then going even deeper, all the way down into your belly. Let your belly become soft and expand like a balloon. This is a breath of receiving, a breath of taking in the gift I am offering you. Now, hold that peaceful breath for just a moment. Not a tense holding, but a gentle pause. A sacred pause in which that silver light of peace can saturate every cell, every part of your being. This is a moment of stillness, a moment of pure communion. And now, very slowly, I want you to exhale through your mouth. And as you do, I want you to give that exhale a job to do. Imagine that the air you are releasing is dark and heavy. It is filled with the frantic, restless energy you have been carrying. See it leaving you, a gray mist dissolving into the clean air of our harbor. Let out every last bit of air. Let your lungs feel completely empty. This is a breath of release, a breath of surrender. Let's do this again, even more slowly this time. A long, deep inhalation of my peace. Feel it filling you, nourishing you, calming you. A gentle, sacred pause at the top. And then a long, slow, complete exhalation of your restlessness, of your hurry, of your agitation. Let it all go. With each breath, we are performing a holy exchange. You are giving me your chaos, and I am giving you my calm. You are giving me your weakness, and I am giving you my strength. You are giving me your weariness, and I am giving you my rest. Let's continue this holy rhythm. As you breathe in this time, I want you to imagine you are breathing in my stillness, the deep, profound stillness of this quiet harbor, the stillness of the stars above. Breathe it in, and as you breathe out, I want you to release the noise from your mind, the endless lists, the looping worries, the mental chatter. Let them all flow out of you on that stream of breath. Breathe in my love. Imagine it as a warm, golden light. Feel it filling your chest, surrounding your heart, making you feel completely safe and cherished. And as you breathe out, release the fear that has been lodged in your soul. The fear of not being enough, the fear of the future, the fear of being alone. It has no place in a heart filled with my love. If you feel the urge, let your exhale become an audible sigh, a soft sound of release. Ha. That sigh is the sound of your body letting go. It is the sound of surrender. It is a prayer without words. It tells me that you are trusting me, that you are yielding to my peace. Do you feel the shift? The subtle, beautiful change that is happening within you? Your heartbeat is beginning to slow down. The frantic motor inside you is beginning to quiet. The tension in your shoulders is beginning to melt away. You are not forcing this. You are simply allowing it. You are allowing your body to remember its native language, which is the language of peace. You are aligning yourself with the very breath of God, the Ruach who hovered over the waters at creation, the breath that I breathed into Adam to give him life. You are returning to the source. Continue this gentle, rhythmic breathing. Inhaling my presence. Exhaling your problems. Inhaling my peace. Exhaling your pain. This simple act is one of the most profound forms of prayer. It is a communion that goes deeper than words. It is the gentle current that is carrying your little boat away from the shore of anxiety and out into the deep, calm, healing waters of sleep. Keep breathing with me, my child. I am the very air that fills your lungs. I am the peace that fills your soul. My precious child, as your breath slows and your body begins to yield to the calm of our quiet harbor, let us address one of the most common and stubborn sources of restlessness. It is the feeling of unfinished business. Your mind is like a diligent but anxious office manager who refuses to believe the workday is over. It insists on keeping the files open on the desk of your consciousness. The file of tomorrow's tasks, the file of today's unresolved conflicts, the file of your long-term goals and aspirations. And the mental clutter of all these open files creates a profound sense of inner agitation. It prevents you from truly being off the clock so that you can rest. This feeling whispers a deceptive lie to you. You cannot rest until everything is done. But my child, when is everything ever done? The lists are endless. The demands are relentless. If you wait for everything to be finished before you allow yourself to rest, you will never rest at all. This is a form of bondage, a slavery to the tyranny of the urgent. And tonight, I have come to set you free. I have come to take the pen from your hand, to close the files, and to declare for you and over you that the work of this day is complete. It is finished. I want you to do a gentle exercise with me now. In your imagination, I want you to see a beautiful, ancient wooden desk standing on the shore of our quiet harbor. It is my desk. It is strong, sturdy, and capable of holding infinite weight. And beside it, I have placed a long, empty scroll of parchment and a simple pen. This is the ledger of your cares. We are going to take every piece of unfinished business out of your mind and transfer it, tangibly, onto this scroll. And then, you are going to entrust the scroll to me. Let's begin with the practical things. The to-do lists that are looping in your head, the emails you need to send, the phone calls you need to make, the bills you need to pay, the chores that are waiting for you. Each one feels like a small, sharp stone in your mind. I want you to picture yourself writing them down one by one on this great scroll. Call the doctor, write it down. Finish the report, write it down. Prepare for the meeting, write it down. As you write each one, feel the weight of it leaving your mind and being transferred to the parchment. You are not forgetting them. You are recording them. You are externalizing them. You are getting them out of your head and into a safe place. Now, let's move to the relational unfinished business. This is often heavier. The difficult conversation you need to have with a loved one. The apology you owe, or the forgiveness you are struggling to give. The worry you have for your child, your parent, your friend. These are not tasks. They are heart matters. They feel like tangled, heavy threads. I want you to write these down too. You don't need to write the details. Just name the care. The conversation with my sister. Write it down. My concern for my son's well-being. Write it down. The unresolved issue with my friend. Write it down. As you inscribe each one, you are acknowledging the burden and simultaneously entrusting the outcome to me. You are admitting that you cannot solve these heart matters with anxious, late-night thinking. They require a wisdom and a grace that only I can provide. Finally, let's address the most subtle unfinished business, the pressure of your own personal projects. The desire to be better, healthier, more spiritual, more disciplined. The book you want to write, the habit you want to break, the person you feel you should be. This is a heavy, amorphous cloud of self-expectation. Write it down. The pressure to be more. Entrust your very becoming your sanctification, to me. I am the one who began a good work in you, and I will be faithful to complete it. It is my project, not yours. Your job is not to perfect yourself, but to rest in the love of the one who is perfecting you. Now look at the scroll. It is long. It is filled with all the cares that were making your mind so noisy and your soul so restless. I want you to slowly, reverently roll up the parchment. Feel its weight in your hands. This is what you have been carrying. This is what has been robbing you of your peace. And now I want you to turn to me. See me standing beside you, my hands outstretched, my eyes filled with love and understanding. And I want you to place that heavy scroll into my hands. This is a sacred act of trust. It is a profound act of faith. As you release it, feel the weight lift from you completely. Your mind is clear. Your hands are empty. You are free. And what will I do with this scroll? I will hold it for you. I will guard it through the night. I will not lose it. I will not forget it. The psalmist wrote that I work for my beloved even while they sleep. While you are resting, I am not. I am considering the cares you have entrusted to me. I am moving in the heavenly realms on your behalf. I am preparing the grace, the wisdom, and the strength you will need for tomorrow. You are officially off the clock. I am handling the night shift. So rest now, my child. Rest in the freedom of an empty mind and a light heart. The business of the day is closed. The ledger has been given to the manager of the universe. He has it all under control. Sleep now. Just sleep. My precious child, now that we have taken the unfinished business of tomorrow and placed it safely into my hands, let us turn our attention backward for just a moment, to the day that has just passed. For just as the future can make us restless with anxiety, the past, even the very recent past of the last 12 hours, can make us restless with regret, with frustration, and with a churning, unresolved energy. Your soul is still vibrating with the frequency of the day. And in order to find deep rest, we must gently and intentionally bring this day to a close. We must let it go. A day in your life is not just a measurement of time. It is a vessel that holds experiences, emotions, conversations, and encounters. And often, at the end of the day, you are still carrying the residue of all that it contained. You are like a traveler who has come in from a long and dusty road and has not yet washed or changed their clothes. You are trying to rest while still wearing the grime of the journey. Let us wash the day away together. I want you to stand with me now, here on the shore of our quiet harbor. Look down at the gentle water lapping at your feet. This water is my grace, my forgiveness, my cleansing presence. We are going to take the memories of the day, one by one, and wash them in this living water. First, let's consider the moments of frustration or anger. Perhaps someone cut you off in traffic. Perhaps you had a disagreement with a coworker. Perhaps a piece of technology failed you at a crucial moment. Or maybe you felt a deep, simmering anger at an injustice you witnessed. These moments leave a sharp, hot, agitated energy in your soul. They make you feel restless and on edge. I want you to cup your hands and, in your imagination, gather up all the frustration and anger of the day. See it as a handful of hot, jagged red stones. Feel their unpleasant heat. Now lower your hands into the cool, calm water of my grace. Open your hands and let the stones tumble out. Watch as the water immediately quenches their heat. See them sink into the soft sand, their sharp edges instantly smoothed, their color fading until they are just ordinary, powerless pebbles on the bottom of the sea. Their power to agitate you is gone. You can let them go. Now let's think about the moments of sadness or disappointment, the conversation that left you feeling hurt, the news that brought a pang of sorrow, the moment you felt let down by others or by yourself. These moments leave a heavy, cold residue, a feeling of melancholy that clings to you like a damp, gray cloak. Gather up this cloak of sadness now. Feel its chilling weight, and then gently release it onto the surface of the water. Do not throw it. Just let it go. Watch as it does not sink, but instead, it begins to dissolve. Like a mist, it melts into the vastness of my love, disappearing completely, leaving no trace. I am taking your sorrow and replacing it with the warmth of my comfort. You do not have to wear that cloak into your sleep. You can let it go. And what about the moments of failure or regret? The word you wish you could take back? The impatient response to your child? The task you didn't complete as well as you wanted to? The moment you know you did not act out of love? These moments are sticky. They cling to you with shame and self-condemnation. They whisper the lie that you have failed, that you are not good. Gather these sticky, dark moments in your mind. See them as a heavy, black tar on your hands. It feels awful. You cannot get it off by yourself. Now, plunge your hands deep into the living water of my mercy and watch the miracle. The water does not just rinse the tar away. My grace dissolves it completely. My forgiveness is a powerful solvent that leaves no stain, no residue, no memory of the filth. I am washing you clean. I am making you new. The scripture says that as far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your transgressions from you. The day's failures are gone. They no longer define you. You can let them go. Finally, let us even release the good moments of the day, the moments of joy, of success, of connection. This may seem strange, but often we cling to these as well, trying to relive them, trying to hold on to the good feelings. But even this can be a form of restlessness. So, let's release them too, in gratitude. Thank me for the laughter. Thank me for the small victory. Thank me for the moment of beauty. And then release them into my keeping as a sweet offering. You do not have to cling to them. I am the source of all good things, and there will be more joy tomorrow. Now, you are clean. The day, with its good and its bad, its joys and its sorrows, its successes and its failures, has been washed away. It is complete. It is over. It has no more power over you. You are standing here now, in this present moment, with me. You are free. You are a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. Your soul is no longer vibrating with the energy of yesterday. It is calm. It is still. It is ready for the deep and holy rest that I have prepared for you. My dear child, we have quieted your mind and cleansed your soul from the residue of the day. But I know that sometimes the restlessness is not just in your thoughts or emotions. Sometimes it takes up residence in your very body. It is a physical agitation, a deep-seated energy that makes stillness feel like an impossibility. Perhaps it is in your legs, a feeling that they just need to move, to kick, to pace. Perhaps it is a fluttering in your chest, a heart that skips and races for no apparent reason. Perhaps it is a trembling in your hands, or a tightness in your gut that feels like a coiled spring. This physical restlessness can be the most frustrating of all, because it feels so beyond your conscious control. I want you to know that I see this. I understand this. I am the Word who became flesh. I inhabited a human body. I know what it is to be tired, to be sore, to feel the physical effects of stress and sorrow. Your body is not a machine that is malfunctioning. It is a sensitive, finely tuned instrument that is responding to the music of your life. And when that music has been chaotic and dissonant, your body remembers the tune. Tonight, we will teach it a new song, a lullaby of peace. Let's begin by honoring your body. It has served you so well. It has carried you through so much. So often you treat it as an enemy, frustrated with its aches, its limitations, its restlessness. But tonight, let us treat it with kindness. Let us treat it with the same compassion I have for you. I want you to bring your gentle attention to the part of your body that feels the most restless right now. Is it your legs, your chest, your stomach? Do not fight the sensation. Do not try to force it to be still. Just notice it. Acknowledge its presence. In your mind, you can even speak to it. I see you, restless legs. I know you are filled with anxious energy. It is okay. You are safe now. By simply noticing and acknowledging the sensation without judgment, you are already beginning to take away its power. You are separating yourself from it. It is a sensation you are experiencing, but it is not who you are. Now I want you to imagine my hands. The same hands that molded the first human from the dust of the earth. The same hands that touched the sick and made them well. The same hands that were pierced for your ultimate healing. Imagine that my hands are now coming to rest, ever so gently, upon that part of your body that is so agitated. If your legs are restless, imagine my warm, steady hands resting on your thighs. Feel a gentle, comforting weight, and feel a deep, penetrating warmth begin to flow from my palms into your muscles. This is not a normal heat. This is the warmth of my healing peace. Feel it sinking deep into the muscle fibers, soothing the agitated nerves, calming the frantic electrical impulses. Imagine this warmth flowing all the way down your legs, through your knees, down your calves, and into your feet. Imagine the restless energy draining out through the soles of your feet, being absorbed into the ground, neutralized by the earth. If the restlessness is in your chest, a racing or fluttering heart, then picture my hand resting gently over your heart. Feel my steady, calm rhythm begin to influence your own. My heartbeat is the heartbeat of the universe, slow, powerful, and eternal. Feel your own heart beginning to synchronize with mine. Let the fluttering slow down. Let the racing subside. Feel the coiled spring of anxiety in your chest slowly, gently, uncoiling under the warmth of my touch. Breathe into my hand. Feel the peace entering. Feel the fear leaving. If the agitation is in your stomach, a knot of worry, a pit of dread, imagine my hand resting there. This is often where we hold our deepest fears. Let the warmth of my presence penetrate this cold place of fear. Feel the knot begin to loosen. Feel the tense muscles of your abdomen begin to soften and release. I am taking the fear. I am filling that empty, fearful space with my own solid, unshakable presence. This is not magic. This is the reality of my incarnate love. I care about your body. I care about your physical sensations. My salvation is for your whole person, spirit, soul, and body. I am calming you on every level of your being. So lie still now, and allow my touch to do its work. Let the waves of my healing warmth wash over you, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Let every muscle grow heavy and limp. Let every nerve grow quiet and still. Let every cell in your body come to a state of deep, profound rest. Your body does not need to be on high alert anymore. The danger has passed. The battle is over. You are here, in this quiet harbor, safe in my care, and my peace is flowing through you, a river of life, calming, healing, and restoring your tired, restless body. My dear child, as your body begins to settle and your mind grows quieter, let us explore another, more subtle layer of your restlessness. Sometimes, the agitation you feel is not born of a specific worry about yesterday or tomorrow. It is not caused by a tangible problem or a physical discomfort. It is a deeper, more spiritual kind of restlessness. It is the ache of a soul that was made for eternity, trying to find its satisfaction in the temporary things of this world. It is the profound, quiet, and persistent longing for something more. Do you know this feeling? It can surface in the strangest moments. You might be in the middle of a happy occasion, surrounded by laughter and love, and yet, there is a small, quiet corner of your heart that feels an unexplainable melancholy, a sense of incompleteness. You might achieve a goal you have worked for, and in the moment of victory, you feel a fleeting sense of satisfaction, quickly followed by a hollow echo of, "Is this all there is?" You scroll through images of beautiful places, happy people, and perfect lives, and it stirs within you a deep, restless yearning for a life that feels more meaningful, more real, more full. This restlessness is not a sign that there is something wrong with you. It is a sign that there is something profoundly right with you. It is the echo of Eden in your soul. It is the divine homesickness of a spirit that knows, on a deep cellular level, that it was created for another world. You are a citizen of heaven, living as an exile and a stranger on this earth. And your spirit will always be restless until it finds its true home, its true north, its ultimate satisfaction. And I am here tonight to tell you, with all the love in my being, that I am your home. I am your true north. I am the something more that your soul has been aching for. The great theologian Augustine, a man who spent years of his life restlessly searching for fulfillment in worldly success, in intellectual pursuits, and in sensual pleasures, finally came to this conclusion, and he prayed it to me. You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our heart is restless until it rests in you. This is one of the most profound truths of human existence. Your heart is a God-shaped void. And you have been trying with all your might to fill that sacred space with things that do not fit. You have tried to fill it with the approval of others, but their opinions are fickle and shifting, leaving you more anxious than before. You have tried to fill it with possessions, but the novelty of new things fades so quickly, leaving the emptiness even more apparent. You have tried to fill it with experiences, with travel, with entertainment, but these are fleeting distractions, like trying to satisfy a deep hunger with a handful of candy. You have tried to fill it with relationships, and while human love is a beautiful gift, no human being can bear the weight of being another person's God. They will always, inevitably, disappoint. And so you remain restless. You feel a constant, low-grade dissatisfaction, a spiritual thirst that is never quenched. Tonight I want to lead you to the only well that contains the water your soul is thirsting for. I am that well. I once told a woman at a well in Samaria, "Everyone who drinks of this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks of the water that I will give him will never be thirsty again. The water that I will give him will become in him a spring of water, welling up to eternal life." I am offering you this living water tonight. I want you to stop your frantic search. Stop running from one empty well to another. Be still, and let me satisfy the deepest longings of your heart. In your imagination, I want you to see that restless, aching, empty place within your soul. See it as a parched and thirsty land, cracked and dry. Now see me standing in the midst of that land, and from my heart, a river of pure, clean living water begins to flow. It is the river of my love, my presence, my life. Watch as this water flows out and begins to saturate the dry ground of your soul. See the cracked earth begin to soften and drink in the moisture. See the deep, parched places being filled to overflowing. See a supernatural greenness, a lushness, a new life begin to spring up where before there was only dust and emptiness. This is what happens when you let me be your something more. The restless searching ceases. The frantic striving for satisfaction ends. It is replaced by a deep, quiet, and profound sense of fullness, a sense of coming home, a sense of being completely and utterly satisfied in the core of your being. This is the rest that your soul has been longing for. It is not just the absence of agitation, but the presence of deep, joyful, and lasting fulfillment. So let my living water flow into you tonight. Let it quench the thirst that nothing else could touch. Let it fill the void that nothing else could fill. Let your restless, searching heart finally come to rest in me. I am all you have ever truly needed. I am all you will ever truly want. Rest in me, my beloved. Rest, my precious child, as your soul begins to drink deeply from the living waters of my presence, finding its true satisfaction. Let us turn our attention once more to the noisy office of your mind. We stood at the doorway earlier and acknowledged the chaos. We saw the frantic planner, the sad historian, and the static-filled broadcaster. Now that your soul is finding its rest in me, we have a new strength, a new quietness from which to address this inner noise. We are going to learn how to distinguish my voice above all the others. Your mind is a crowded room, filled with voices shouting for your attention, and your restlessness is the natural result of trying to listen to all of them at once. You are being pulled in a dozen different directions, and it is tearing your peace to shreds. The key to finding calm is not to silence all the voices. That is an impossible task. The key is to learn to isolate, to focus on, and to turn up the volume of one single voice. My voice. Think of it like being at a large, noisy party. Music is blaring. People are laughing loudly. Conversations are happening all around you. It is a cacophony. But then, across the room, you see your dearest friend. They catch your eye and they begin to speak to you. At first you can't make out the words. The other noises are too loud. So what do? You focus. You tune out the laughter beside you. You ignore the music. You lean in, straining to hear that one beloved voice. And as you focus, something miraculous happens. The other noises don't disappear, but they fade into the background. They become a muffled hum, and the voice of your friend becomes clear, coherent, and the only thing that matters. This is what we must learn to do in the noisy party of our own minds. We must learn to intentionally focus on the voice of our dearest friend, Jesus. So, let's practice this together, right now. Become aware once again of the inner chatter. Don't be discouraged by it, it's just the sound of the party. You can hear the planner worrying about tomorrow's schedule. You can hear the historian replaying a mistake from last week. You can hear the broadcaster humming an annoying tune. Just let them be. Don't engage them. Don't argue with them. They are just the background noise. Now I want you to consciously, intentionally, turn your attention toward me. In your heart, you can say, Jesus, I want to hear your voice. Speak, Lord. Your servant is listening. This simple act of turning of invitation is incredibly powerful. It is you choosing which voice you will honor. It is you leaning across the noisy room. And I am always speaking. But as we said before, I am often speaking in a whisper, so you must listen carefully. My voice is the still, small voice. And what is it saying to you tonight? Listen. My voice is the one that is speaking words of unconditional love. While the other voices are criticizing you or placing demands on you, my voice is the one whispering, You are my beloved child. You are precious in my sight. Can you hear it? It is a gentle, warm, affirming sound. Tune your ear to that frequency. Let that be the voice you focus on. My voice is the one that is speaking words of peace. While the planner is screaming about all the things that could go wrong, my voice is the one that is calmly saying, Do not be afraid. I am with you. I will hold your hand. It is a voice that does not panic. It is a voice that carries the authority to calm storms. Let the steady, reassuring tone of my voice be your anchor in the noise. My voice is the one that is speaking words of grace. While the historian is listing all of your past failures, my voice is the one that gently reminds you, your sins are forgiven. They are remembered no more. You are a new creation. It is a voice that cleanses, a voice that releases, a voice that liberates you from the chains of your own past. It is the sound of freedom. Let these three qualities be your guide. My voice will always be loving, peaceful, and full of grace. Any voice in your head that is condemning, anxious, or shaming is not my voice. You have my permission to disregard it. It is simply the background noise of the party. As you lie here, continue this practice. When an anxious thought from the planner arises, gently say, That is not the voice I am listening to right now. and then refocus on the whisper of my peace. When a shaming thought from the historian comes, gently say, "That is a lie that has been covered by grace," and then retune your ear to the sound of my love. Slowly, but surely, as you continue to practice this focused listening, the other voices will lose their power. They will recede. The background hum will grow fainter and fainter. And my voice, the still small voice of your loving Savior, will become clear, strong, and the dominant reality in your mind. This is the path to true mental stillness. It is not about emptying your mind, but about filling it with me. Let my voice be the last and only sound you hear as you drift off to sleep tonight. My beloved child, as you learn to tune your heart to the sound of my voice above all the noise, I want to take you back with me to a specific moment in time. A moment when my voice did something so powerful, so dramatic, that it has echoed through the centuries as a testament to my authority over all chaos. I want to tell you the story of the storm, not just so you can admire what I did then, but so you can receive what I am doing for you now. For the same voice that calmed the raging sea of Galilee is the same voice that is speaking peace into the restless sea of your soul tonight. Picture the scene. It had been a long, exhausting day of teaching and healing. The crowds had pressed in on me, each person with a need, a hope, a desperation. I was tired in my very bones, a deep human weariness that you know so well. As evening fell, I said to my dearest friends, my disciples, "Let us go over to the other side of the lake." They were expert fishermen, these men. This lake was their home, their workplace. They knew its every mood, its every current. They were confident. So we got into one of their sturdy fishing boats and set out. I was so tired that I found a cushion in the stern of the boat, lay down, and immediately fell into a deep, trusting sleep. At first, the journey was calm. The gentle rocking of the boat was a soothing lullaby. The stars were bright in the clear night sky. But this sea was known for its sudden, violent temper. And without warning, a furious squall descended from the surrounding hills. This was no ordinary storm. The sky turned from a peaceful, starry canopy to a terrifying, churning blackness. The wind began to shriek, a demonic howl that whipped the surface of the water into a frenzy. Waves, far larger and more violent than anything these seasoned fishermen had ever seen, began to crash over the sides of the small boat, filling it with cold, heavy, terrifying water. The boat, which had felt so sturdy just moments before, was now being tossed about like a child's toy. It groaned and creaked, threatening to splinter apart at any moment. These were strong, capable men, but their strength was nothing against the fury of this storm. They frantically bailed water, their muscles straining, but it was a hopeless task. The boat was sinking. Terror, cold and absolute, gripped their hearts. They were going to die. And all this time, I was asleep. Can you imagine their state of mind? It was a mixture of terror, confusion, and even a hint of angry disbelief. Their teacher, the one who had performed miracles, was sleeping through their apocalypse. They fought their way to the back of the boat, the wind and rain lashing at their faces, and they shook me awake. And their words were not a polite request. They were a cry of pure, desperate, terrified accusation. "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? Oh, my child, have you ever prayed a prayer like that? Have you ever looked at the raging storm of your own anxiety, your own grief, your own chaotic circumstances, and cried out to me, 'Jesus, where are you? Don't you see this? Don't you care that I am drowning?' It is the most honest prayer of a restless and terrified heart. I heard them. I awoke. I saw their pale, frightened faces in the flashes of lightning. I felt the violent rocking of the sinking boat, and I stood up. I did not rebuke them for their lack of faith, not yet. First, I addressed the source of their fear. I turned my face to the wind and my eyes to the waves, and with a voice that was not a shout, but was filled with an unshakable cosmic authority, I spoke 3 simple words. Peace. Be still. And in an instant, the miracle happened. The wind did not just die down, it ceased. The shrieking howl was replaced by an utter, profound silence. The towering, monstrous waves did not just flatten out, they became as smooth as glass. One moment, there was a raging, violent tempest. The next, there was a great, deep, perfect calm. The disciples looked around, their mouths agape, their hearts pounding not with fear, but with a new, even more profound emotion. Awe. And they whispered to one another, "Who then is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" My beloved, I'm telling you this story tonight because the storm you are facing within your own soul feels just as real, just as terrifying, and just as unconquerable as that storm on the sea. The winds of anxiety are howling, the waves of worry are crashing over you, threatening to sink you. And you are crying out, "Jesus, don't you care?" And my answer is to stand up within the boat of your soul. I am standing up now, and I am turning to face the inner tempest that is tormenting you. I am looking at the howling winds of your racing thoughts. I am looking at the churning waves of your restless emotions. And I am speaking the very same words with the very same power and authority over you tonight. Peace, be still. Hear these words, not as a story from the past, but as a divine command in your present reality. I speak peace to the winds of your mind. I command the anxious thoughts to cease their howling. I speak stillness to the waves of your heart. I command the churning emotions to be calm. You do not have to fight the storm. You only have to allow me, the master of the sea, to speak to it. And it must obey me. The chaos in your soul, as real as it feels, has no choice but to bow to the authority of its creator. Feel the shift. Feel the winds of your mind dying down. Feel the waves of your heart growing calm. The great, deep peace that I spoke into existence on that stormy sea is the very same peace that I am speaking into existence within you right now. Receive it. Rest in it. The storm is over. The master of the sea is with you in the boat. My precious child, after the storm on the sea was calmed, I turned to my disciples and asked them a question. Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith? It was a gentle rebuke, born of love. Their fear came from a misunderstanding of who I was. They saw me as a great teacher, a miracle worker, but they had not yet grasped that the creator of the wind and the waves was in the boat with them. They thought their safety depended on the calmness of the sea. I wanted them to learn that their safety depended only on my presence. This is a lesson I want to whisper to your own heart tonight. So much of your restlessness comes from this same misunderstanding. You believe that your inner peace depends on your external circumstances being calm. You believe that you can only feel at rest when your health is good, your finances are secure, your relationships are harmonious, and your future is clear. You are trying to find peace by controlling the weather. And because the weather of life is inherently unpredictable and often stormy, your peace is constantly being threatened. It is a fragile, circumstantial peace. But the peace I give you is of a completely different nature. Remember my words to my disciples on the night before I was crucified? Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. The peace the world gives is the absence of trouble. It is a sunny day and a calm sea. It is fragile. The moment a cloud appears on the horizon, that peace is gone. But my peace, the peace I give, is different. It is not the absence of the storm. It is the presence of the Savior in the midst of the storm. It is an unshakable internal stillness that is not dependent on what is happening outside of you. It is dependent only on me. My peace is a rock. The storms of life will crash against it. The winds of anxiety will beat upon it. The waves of sorrow will wash over it. But the rock itself will not be moved. When you build your life, your hope, your rest upon me, you are building on this rock. When the storms come, and they will come, you may feel the spray, you may hear the wind, but your foundation will be secure. You will not be washed away. My peace is an anchor. We drop the anchor of your soul here in our quiet harbor. An anchor does not stop the boat from feeling the motion of the water on the surface. There will still be a gentle rocking. But the anchor holds the boat fast, preventing it from being swept away by the dangerous currents or dashed against the rocks. My peace is the anchor that holds your soul secure, even when the surface of your life is turbulent. It moors you to the unshakable reality of my love and my sovereignty. My peace is the deep, silent water at the bottom of the ocean. On the surface, a hurricane may be raging with monstrous waves and terrifying winds. But if you were to sink 1,000 feet down, you would find a world of perfect, absolute calm. The chaos of the surface cannot penetrate that deep. My peace resides in the deepest part of your spirit, the part that is eternally connected to me. The surface of your mind and emotions may be in turmoil, but I am inviting you tonight to sink down, beneath the noise and the chaos, into the deep, profound, and untouchable stillness of your spirit, where I dwell. So how do you access this unshakable peace? You do it by shifting the foundation of your hope. You consciously, deliberately, stop placing your hope for peace in your circumstances. You stop saying, I will be at peace when I get the good news from the doctor, when I get the new job, when my relationship is healed. And instead, you begin to say, I can be at peace now, because Jesus is with me, because he is in control, because his love is my foundation, because he has promised never to leave me. This is an act of faith. It is the faith my disciples were struggling to find in the boat. It is the faith that chooses to trust my presence more than it trusts the evidence of the storm. Tonight, I want you to practice this. As a restless thought about your health comes to mind, I want you to gently say, my peace is not in a perfect bill of health. My peace is in Jesus. As an anxious feeling about your finances arises, whisper, my peace is not in my bank account. My peace is in Jesus. As a wave of relational turmoil washes over you, say, my peace is not in perfect harmony with others. My peace is in Jesus. With each declaration, you are pulling your hope away from the shifting sands of your circumstances and placing it firmly on the unshakable rock of who I am. You are choosing my peace over the world's peace. Let this be your meditation as you fall asleep. My peace is not fragile. It cannot be broken by a difficult day. It cannot be stolen by a piece of bad news. It cannot be disturbed by an uncertain future. It is a gift, given to you by the one who has overcome the world. It is strong. It is resilient. It is eternal. And it is yours right now. Rest in my unshakable peace, my beloved. Rest on the rock. My beloved child, as you rest in the truth of my unshakable peace, I want to give you a very simple, very gentle image to hold in your mind as you drift closer to sleep. We have talked about great storms and mighty anchors, but sometimes the restlessness you feel is not a violent tempest. It is more like a constant, choppy agitation, a surface-level disturbance that is not life-threatening, but is deeply unsettling. It is like a lake on a gusty day, never calm, never still, its surface broken into 1,000 tiny, anxious ripples. It is impossible to find a clear reflection in such water. It is impossible to find deep rest in such a soul. Tonight, I want to be the one who smooths these rough waters for you. I want you to see me doing this, slowly, patiently, and with infinite tenderness. I want you to picture your soul as that choppy, restless lake. The surface is a mess of conflicting currents. A gust of worry from tomorrow creates a pattern of ripples moving in one direction. A sudden memory from yesterday creates another set of waves moving in another. The constant low-level hum of your to-do list creates a jittery vibration across the entire surface. Your poor soul, it wants to be still, but it is being pulled and pushed from every direction. It is a perfect picture of your inner state of restlessness. Now I want you to see me. I am not standing on the shore, shouting commands. I am not trying to calm your soul from a distance, no. I am closer than that. I am kneeling on the bank right at the water's edge. My reflection is there in the water, but it is broken and distorted by the constant motion. I see the agitation. I feel the unrest, and my heart is filled with compassion for you, and now watch what I do. I reach out my hand, the same hand that shaped the heavens, the same hand that healed the leper, the same hand that was pierced for you, and I place it, palm down, upon the surface of the choppy water of your soul. My touch is not forceful. It is not a slap or a push. It is an act of immense gentleness, a simple, loving placement. And where my hand rests, the water immediately becomes still. It becomes as smooth and clear as glass. In that one spot, all the choppiness ceases. All the agitated ripples are calmed. The water becomes a perfect dark mirror reflecting the quiet stars above. It is a small circle of perfect peace in the midst of the unrest. Now watch, as I begin to slowly, lovingly, move my hand across the surface of the entire lake. It is like I am ironing the water, smoothing out every crease, every wrinkle of worry, every ripple of fear. As my hand passes over each section, the agitation ceases, and the profound calm remains. I am not missing a single spot. I am moving over the corner of your soul that holds the anxieties about your work. And as I pass, the waters there become still. I am moving over the section that holds the concerns for your family. And as my hand glides over it, it becomes perfectly calm. I am moving over the part of you that is restless with regret, and I am smoothing it into a glassy stillness. This is a picture of what my presence does within you. It is a slow, methodical, and complete calming. I am not interested in just giving you a momentary reprieve. I am interested in bringing a deep, pervasive, and lasting stillness to every part of your being. Feel this happening within you now. Feel the gentle, smoothing touch of my presence moving through your mind and your heart. Feel the frantic, choppy thoughts beginning to settle. Feel the restless, agitated emotions beginning to grow calm. The conflicting currents are being resolved into a single, unified state of peace. The jittery vibration is being replaced by a deep, quiet stillness. You do not have to do this work. You cannot do this work. This is my work. Your only role is to be still and to allow me to do it. Your role is to keep your soul open and receptive to my touch, to not resist the calming, to not stir up new waves with fresh anxieties. You are simply to lie here and let yourself be smoothed. Let yourself be calmed. Continue to watch this image in your mind. My hand moving with infinite patience and love, smoothing out the very last ripple, until the entire surface of your soul lake is a perfect, unbroken mirror. What does it reflect now? It no longer reflects the chaotic sky of your worries. It reflects the calm, steady, star-filled sky of my sovereignty and my love. It reflects the peace of heaven. This is who you are, in your truest state. You are a soul designed to be a calm and clear reflection of my glory. The restlessness is not your true nature. It is a temporary disturbance. Stillness is your birthright. Peace is your home. Rest now, in this beautiful, profound stillness. The waters of your soul are smooth. The surface is calm. And you can finally find the deep, restorative rest you have been longing for. My precious child, as your soul settles into this beautiful, glassy calm, let us address one of the most powerful engines of restlessness in the human heart. It is the deep, innate, and often exhausting need to understand. Your mind is a magnificent instrument created by me with an incredible capacity for reason, for logic, for solving problems. And it uses this gift to try and make sense of the world. It wants to know why. Why did this painful thing happen? Why is my prayer unanswered? Why is this path so difficult? It wants to know how. How will this situation ever be resolved? How will I get through this? How will my needs be met? It wants to connect all the dots, to see the full blueprint, to understand the master plan. And when it cannot find the answers, and so often in life it cannot, it becomes deeply, profoundly restless. The not knowing feels like a threat. The uncertainty feels like a failure. Your mind spins its wheels, going over and over the same unanswerable questions, trying to force a meaning, trying to create a certainty that it simply cannot grasp. This mental striving, this desperate need to understand everything, is like a motor that you cannot turn off. It churns the waters of your soul, creating waves of anxiety and frustration. Tonight, I want to give you one of the most liberating gifts I can offer a tired, restless mind. It is the permission to not understand. I want you to release the burden of being the all-knowing one. You do not have to have it all figured out. You do not need to connect all the dots. You do not need to see the end from the beginning. Why? Because I do. My child, my ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are not your thoughts. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. You are trying to see an infinitely complex eternal tapestry while looking at it from the underside. With only a few threads visible to you, you see a knot of dark thread, and you cry out, "This is a mistake. It's ugly. It's meaningless." But from my perspective on the top side of the tapestry, I see that the dark knot is the shadow that gives definition to a beautiful golden flower. You cannot see the whole picture, but I can. And I promise you, the final picture is beautiful. It is a masterpiece. Your need to understand everything comes from a deep-seated fear that if you don't understand, then things are out of control. But your understanding is not what holds the universe together. Mine is. Your peace is not found in having all the answers. Your peace is found in trusting the one who is the answer. Think of a small child, holding her father's hand as he leads her through a dark and confusing forest. The child does not understand the path. She does not know why her father chose this way. She cannot see the destination. If she focused on her lack of understanding, she would be terrified. But her peace is not found in her own knowledge of the forest. Her peace is found in the firm, warm, and steady grip of her father's hand. She does not need to understand the path, because she trusts the guide. I am that father. I am holding your hand. I know the way through this dark and confusing forest of your life. I have been this way before. And I know the destination, and it is good. Your job is not to be the navigator. Your job is to be the child who holds on tight, who trusts the Father's grip, and who walks where He leads. So tonight, let's release this heavy burden of needing to know. In your mind, I want you to gather up all of your unanswerable questions, all the whys and all the hows. See them as a tangled, heavy ball of yarn in your hands. It is a knot you can never untangle. It represents your confusion, your uncertainty, your desperate need for answers. And now I want you to place that entire tangled knot into my hands. As you release it, I want you to say either aloud or in your heart, I don't have to understand. I just have to trust you. Feel the immense relief that comes with that surrender. The engine of your mind can finally power down. The frantic search for answers can finally cease. The pressure is off. You are not the one in charge of making sense of the universe. I am. Rest in the freedom of not knowing. It is a holy and peaceful place. It is the place of humility. It is the place of faith. It is the place where true peace is found. You don't need to understand why. You just need to know me. You don't need to see the path. You just need to hold my hand. Lie back and let the deep, quiet peace of trust settle over you. I have all the answers. I hold the blueprint. I see the finished tapestry, and it is all held together by my perfect love for you. You can rest now. Let me do the work of understanding. You just do the work of trusting. Sleep, my child. Sleep in the peaceful mystery of my care. My beloved child, now that you have given me the heavy burden of needing to understand everything, let us move to a very practical and beautiful act of trust. The scriptures, through my apostle Peter, give you a clear and tender invitation. He wrote, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." This is not a suggestion. It is a command born of the deepest love. It is a divine prescription for a restless soul. Let us take this prescription together tonight, not as a mental exercise, but as a deep spiritual transaction. The word cast is a strong word. It is not gently place or politely offer. It is the word used for a fisherman casting his heavy net into the sea. It implies a throwing, a heaving, a deliberate and energetic act of release. It acknowledges that your anxieties, your cares, are a heavy, tangled net. You have been trying to carry this net on your own shoulders, and its weight is crushing you, its ropes are cutting into your skin. Tonight we are going to cast this net off of you and into the boundless ocean of my care. Why does the scripture invite you to do this? What is the reason given? It is breathtakingly simple. Because he cares for you. I care for you. This is the foundation of it all. This is not a mechanical transaction with a distant God. This is an act of trust with a Father who loves you with a fierce and tender passion. I am not asking you to give me your burdens because I am obligated to take them. I am pleading with you to give them to me because I cannot bear to see you suffering under their weight. Your peace is my desire. Your rest is my delight. I care about every single thing that is making you anxious tonight. Nothing is too small for my attention, and nothing is too large for my power. So let us begin this holy act of casting. Let us stand once more on the shore of our quiet harbor, and one by one, I want you to name the cares that are tangled in your net. We will give them a name, and then we will cast them. First, let's take the care of your physical well-being. The strange ache, the worrisome diagnosis, the fear of future illness, the simple weariness of your body. Gather all of that anxiety into a tight ball in your mind. Feel its heavy, dense weight. And now, with a motion of your soul, I want you to heave it. Cast it far out into the calm waters of the harbor. Watch it fly through the air and hear the satisfying splash as it hits the water and sinks instantly out of sight. It is gone. I have it now. I am the great physician, and I care for your body. Now let's gather the cares for your loved ones. This is often the heaviest part of the net. The worry for your child's safety and future. The concern for your partner's well-being. The ache for a friend who is struggling. The burden of an aging parent. Your love for them has become twisted into a heavy rope of anxiety. Gather all of that worry for all of them. See their faces. Feel the depth of your love and your fear for them. And now, cast it. With all your might, throw that tangled mess of loving worry as far as you can into my ocean of care. As it flies from you, release them into my hands. I love them even more than you do. I am with them when you cannot be. I am working in their lives. I have them now. You can rest from the impossible job of being their savior. Next, let's take the cares of your provision, your finances, your job, the fear of scarcity, of not having enough. This is a cold, hard, grinding worry that can keep you awake for hours. It makes you feel insecure and alone. Gather up every fear about your material needs, every anxious thought about the future of your work. Feel the cold, metallic weight of it. And now, cast it. Hurl it into the sea. I am the one who feeds the sparrows and clothes the lilies. I am Jehovah Jireh, the Lord who provides. I know what you need before you even ask. I have it now. You can rest from the frantic need to secure your own existence. And what else is in your net? The care of what others think of you. The fear of rejection? The sting of a past criticism? Cast it. The care of a broken dream, a deep disappointment? Cast it. The care of a national or global crisis that feels overwhelming? Cast it. Whatever it is, no matter how large or how small, name it, feel its weight, and then perform the sacred, liberating act of casting it upon me. With each cast, feel yourself growing lighter. Feel the ropes of anxiety falling away from your shoulders. Feel the freedom of movement returning to your soul. The net is empty. You are standing on the shore, unburdened. And I want you to know, the things you have cast upon me have not been destroyed. They have been transferred. They are now my responsibility. While you sleep tonight, I will be holding these cares. I will be applying my infinite wisdom to them. I will be marshaling my divine resources on your behalf. You have done your part. You have trusted. You have obeyed the loving command to cast. Now my part begins, and your part is to rest. So turn your back on the water. The net is gone. You don't need to look for it. You don't need to worry about it. Walk away from the shore of your anxieties and lie down on the soft, warm sand of my peace. You have cast all your anxiety on me because I care for you. This is the truth. This is your reality tonight. Rest in it. Sleep in it. My beloved child, now that you have cast your cares upon me and your soul is feeling lighter and freer, I want to give you a deep, foundational sense of stability. So much of your restlessness comes from a feeling of being unmoored, of being on shaky ground. The world you live in is constantly shifting. The news changes by the hour. Relationships evolve. Your own feelings can be a roller coaster. Life can feel like you are trying to stand on shifting sand, and the constant, subtle effort to keep your balance is exhausting. You are restless because you feel unstable. Tonight I want to remove you from the shifting sand. I want to place your feet upon the rock, for I am your strong foundation. I once told a parable about two men who built houses. One man, the foolish one, built his house upon the sand. It was easy. It was quick. And when the sun was shining and the weather was calm, his house looked just as good as the other. But then the rains came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. And because its foundation was in the shifting, unstable sand, it fell with a great crash. The other man, the wise one, built his house upon the rock. This was harder work. It took time and effort to dig down past the soft soil and anchor the foundations to the solid, unmoving bedrock. But when the very same storm came, when the rains fell and the winds blew, his house stood firm. It did not even tremble. Why? Because its foundation was secure. It was connected to something that could not be moved. My child, your life is that house. And the storms will come. The winds of adversity will blow. The floods of sorrow will rise. That is a certainty of life in this broken world. The question is not whether the storm will come, but what your foundation is built upon. If your foundation for peace and security is built on the sand of your circumstances, your health, your job, or the approval of others, you will live in a constant state of low-grade restlessness, always fearing the weather forecast. When the storm hits, you will collapse. But I am inviting you tonight to build your life, to build your rest, upon me. I am the Rock of Ages. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I do not change. My love for you does not shift. My promises do not fail. My sovereignty is not threatened by the chaos of the world. I am the one, true, unmovable reality in all the universe, and you can build your life on me. I want you to feel this physically. In your imagination, feel yourself being lifted off the soft, shifting sand of your anxieties. And feel your feet being placed firmly upon a great, solid expanse of rock. It is vast and ancient. It is warmed by a gentle inner light. Feel the texture of it under your feet. It is solid. It is real. It is utterly dependable. There is no give. There is no tremor. There is no instability. This is me. This is the foundation I offer you. Now stand on this rock. And from this place of perfect stability, look back at the shifting sands. See your worries, your fears, your restless thoughts like little eddies of sand blown about by the wind. From here, on the rock, they seem so much less threatening. You are no longer in them. You are standing above them. You are grounded in a different reality. Let the feeling of this solid rock travel up through your entire body. Feel it in your ankles, your knees, your hips. A sense of deep, grounded, unshakable stability. Feel it in your spine, making you feel strong and aligned. Feel it in your shoulders, allowing them to relax because you are no longer having to constantly adjust your balance. Feel it in your very soul. This is the feeling of being founded on me. This is the antidote to your restlessness. It is the deep, quiet confidence that comes from knowing that no matter what happens on the surface of your life, your foundation is secure. The storm can rage, but you will stand. The earth can shake, but you will not be moved. Why? Because you are not trusting in your own ability to stand. You are trusting in the unshakable nature of the rock upon which you are standing. So as you prepare to sleep tonight, let go of the need to find your balance in the world. Let go of the frantic effort to stabilize your own life. Instead, just rest upon me. Let your entire being, your body, your mind, your spirit, relax into the solid, unmoving reality of who I am. I am your foundation. I am your stability. I am your rock. And you are safe. The ground beneath you will not fail. It will not falter. It will hold you firm and secure, all through the night and into the new day. Rest now, on the rock. You are safe. My precious child, as you stand securely on the unshakable rock of my being, feeling that deep and grounded stability, I want to draw you even closer. A foundation is essential, but it can feel impersonal. I am not just the ground beneath your feet. I am the arms that hold you. So much of your restlessness comes from living in a world of constant change, a world of flux and impermanence. People change, feelings change, circumstances change, your own body changes, and this relentless river of change creates a deep, underlying anxiety, a feeling that nothing is truly reliable, nothing can be counted on to last. You are restless because you are longing for something, for someone who does not change. Tonight I want you to find your rest in the truth of my unchanging nature. The scriptures declare, I, the Lord, do not change. And again, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. This is not just a theological concept. It is the most comforting promise for a restless heart. In a world where everything you hold on to can feel like it is slipping through your fingers, I am the one constant. My love for you is not a fleeting emotion. It is an eternal, unchanging state of my being. My promises to you are not conditional offers. They are unbreakable covenants sealed in my own blood. My presence with you is not a temporary visit. It is a permanent indwelling. I want to give you a tangible way to feel this truth. I want you to move from standing on the rock to being held in my arms. In your imagination, I want you to see me kneeling on this great rock, my arms open to you. I am inviting you into an embrace. Come. Step into my arms. Let me wrap them around you. Feel the embrace. This is not a hesitant or a fragile hug. These are the everlasting arms. They are the arms that flung the stars into space and that hold the galaxies in their orbits. They are infinitely strong. When I hold you, you are held. You cannot fall. You cannot be snatched away. Nothing and no one can pry you from my grasp. Feel the sheer power in this embrace. It is a power that brings a profound sense of security. Now feel the tenderness in this embrace. These are the same arms that held the little children who came to me. They are the arms that touched the blind and gave them sight. They are the arms that were stretched out on a cross in an act of ultimate sacrificial love. They are infinitely gentle. They hold you not with a crushing force, but with a perfect custom-fit pressure that communicates only love, only safety, only comfort. They will not bruise your already bruised heart. They will not break your already bent spirit. They will only hold you, tenderly, as a father holds his sleeping child. As you rest here, in my unchanging arms, I want you to feel the river of worldly change flowing by far below you. You can see it, but you are not in it. You are held above it. You can see the changing headlines, the shifting relationships, the rising and falling fortunes of the world, but they cannot touch you here. You are in a different place. You are in a place of permanence. You are in a place of eternal stability. The chaos of the world can do its dance, but it cannot disturb the deep, quiet peace of this embrace. This is the ultimate answer to the restlessness caused by change. Your security is not in the stability of the world. It is in the stability of your God. Your hope is not in the permanence of your circumstances. It is in the permanence of my love. Let this feeling of being held seep into every part of your being. Let it quiet the part of you that is always bracing for the next change, the next loss, the next disappointment. You do not have to brace yourself anymore. You can relax, you can soften, you can let go. Because you are being held by the one who is the same yesterday, today, and forever. My love for you this morning is the same as it is right now, and it will be the very same tomorrow morning when you wake. It does not waver. It does not flicker. It does not fade. It is the one great constant in the universe, and it is all for you. So breathe deeply now, within this embrace. Feel your body becoming heavy and limp, completely supported by me. Feel your restless spirit finally coming to a stop, finding its home, its true resting place. You have been searching for something that will not change, something that will not leave you, something that will not fail you. You have found it. You have found me. Rest now, in my unchanging arms. I will hold you like this all through the night. I will not let you go. My beloved, as you rest so securely in my unchanging arms, feeling the deep stability of my presence, we are now in the perfect position to address the very gateways of your soul, your heart, and your mind. For it is through these gates that the seeds of restlessness, anxious thoughts, and fearful emotions enter and take root. All day long, these gates have been wide open, and the traffic of the world has been passing through, leaving behind its noise, its dirt, and its chaos. But tonight, we are going to close the gates, and we are going to post a heavenly guard. My Apostle Paul gave this beautiful promise to the church at Philippi. He said, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Let us receive this promise as a present reality for you tonight. The promise is conditional. It follows the act of prayer, of surrendering your anxieties, which you have already done. And what is the promise? It is that my peace, the very peace we have been cultivating tonight, will do something. It will act. It will take up a post. It will become a guardian. The word used for guard here is a military term. It means to garrison, to protect a city by posting a sentry at its gates. It is an image of powerful, vigilant, and active protection. My peace is not a passive feeling. It is a heavenly soldier, standing at the gates of your heart and your mind on active duty on your behalf. I want you to visualize this with me now. Picture your heart and your mind as a beautiful, walled city. This is the city of your innermost self. And there are two main gates into this city: the gate of the mind, through which thoughts enter, and the gate of the heart, through which emotions and feelings enter. All day, these gates have been unguarded. Anxious thoughts have marched right in. Fearful emotions have stormed the walls. The enemy has had free access to sow his seeds of turmoil and unrest. But not anymore. Now, I want you to see my peace. Picture my peace as a great and glorious angel. A being made of solid light, clothed in shimmering white, with a face that is both fierce and gentle. This angel carries no weapon of aggression, but he holds a great shield made of pure light, and his very presence radiates an aura of absolute, unshakable calm. This is the peace of God, and this mighty angel is now taking his post, right between the gate of your heart and the gate of your mind. He is the sentinel for your soul. Now, watch what happens. A restless thought, a worry about tomorrow comes scurrying toward the gate of your mind. It wants to get inside and start its usual work of creating chaos. But as it approaches, the guardian of peace simply lowers his great shield of light. The anxious thought cannot pass. It bounces off the shield and dissolves into nothingness. It is not a violent confrontation. It is an effortless defense. The peace of God has decreed that no anxiety will enter this city tonight. Another visitor approaches. It is a wave of sadness, a feeling of loneliness trying to get through the gate of your heart. It wants to come in and create a heavy, sorrowful ache. But again, the sentinel of peace stands in the way. He does not rebuke the sadness, but he does not allow it to enter and take over. He meets it with the warm, steady light of his presence, and the cold feeling of loneliness is warmed and comforted, and its power to disturb the city is neutralized. It cannot pass the guard. This is what is happening for you right now. As you rest in me, I have dispatched my own peace to stand guard over you. You do not have to be the one to filter every thought. You do not have to be the one to fight off every negative emotion. That is an exhausting job, and you are officially relieved of duty. The heavenly sentinel is on watch. This peace, the scripture says, surpasses all understanding. That means it doesn't have to make sense. Your mind cannot produce it or analyze it. You can have a list of a dozen valid reasons to be anxious, and yet you can still feel a deep, supernatural calm. Why? Because the guardian is at his post. Your peace is no longer dependent on your ability to reason your way out of your fears. It is dependent only on the power of the guard I have placed there. So let go of the need to be your own protector. Let go of the exhausting vigilance of monitoring your own inner state. You can relax your mental and emotional muscles. You can entrust the security of your inner city to the mighty and faithful guardian I have provided. Lie back and feel the profound security of a well-guarded soul. No stray thought can disturb you. No rogue emotion can overwhelm you. The gates are sealed. The sentinel is on watch. The city of your soul is at peace. Sleep now, my beloved. Sleep in the safety of a garrisoned heart and a protected mind. You are safe. My precious child, as you lie here, with your heart and mind securely guarded by my peace, we arrive at the very heart of rest itself. We arrive at the gentle, holy, and sometimes frightening act of surrender. For all of our talk tonight, all of our releasing and our receiving, has been leading us to this single pivotal point. The ultimate antidote to restlessness is not found in fighting harder, but in surrendering more completely. You have been a fighter for a very long time. It is a noble and beautiful quality. You have fought to keep your life together. You have fought to overcome your weaknesses. You have fought to protect those you love. And tonight, you have even been fighting your own restlessness, wrestling with it like Jacob wrestled with the angel, desperate for a blessing of peace. But I am here to tell you a secret of my kingdom. True peace is not the prize you win after the fight. True peace is the quiet gift you receive when you finally stop fighting. Surrender is a difficult word for the human spirit. It sounds like defeat. It sounds like weakness. It sounds like giving up. The world teaches you to never surrender, to never quit, to always keep fighting. But in the upside-down economy of grace, surrender is not defeat. It is your greatest victory. It is not weakness. It is the ultimate expression of your faith. It is not giving up. It is giving everything over to the one who has already won the war. I want you to picture your restlessness, your anxiety, your struggle, as a heavy, formidable sword that you have been wielding. All day long you have been swinging this sword, trying to cut down your problems, trying to fend off your fears. Your arms are aching. Your shoulders are screaming with fatigue. Your hands are raw and blistered. And you are no closer to peace than when you began. In fact, the effort of the fight has only made you more agitated, more weary. I am standing before you now. I am not asking you to fight me. I am asking you to give me the sword. I am asking you to surrender your weapon of self-reliance, your weapon of control, your weapon of anxious effort. Look at my hands. They are open and empty, not to disarm you in a threatening way, but to receive the weight that is exhausting you. In a quiet, deliberate act of your will, I want you to let go of the sword. Feel your fingers uncurl from its hilt. Feel the immense, immediate relief as the crushing weight of it falls from your grasp. Hear the soft thud as it lands at my feet. You do not have to pick it up again. The battle is no longer yours. The battle is mine. This is the rest of true surrender. It is the deep, soul-level exhale that comes when you finally admit, I can't. I can't do this on my own. I can't fix this. I can't win this fight. And in that moment of beautiful, honest surrender, you make space for my power to move in. For my strength is made perfect, not in your strength, but in your weakness, in your surrender. Now what happens when you surrender? You become like water. Water does not fight. It does not strive. It simply yields to the vessel that holds it. It finds its rest by conforming to the shape of what contains it. Tonight I am the vessel. I am the strong, loving container for your soul. As you surrender, you stop trying to hold your own shape, you stop resisting, and you allow yourself to be held by me. You flow into the contours of my love, of my peace, of my will for you. And in this yielding, you find a perfect, effortless rest. Surrender is also the posture of trust. When a child is frightened, they do not stand up and fight the darkness. They surrender. They run to their father's arms and collapse against his chest. Their surrender is an act of trust that says, I believe you are bigger than my fear. I believe you can protect me. I believe you are my safe place. Your surrender to me tonight is that same act of trust. It is you, collapsing into my arms, trusting that I am bigger than your restlessness, trusting that my peace is more powerful than your anxiety. So let the surrender be complete. Surrender your need to understand. Surrender your need to control the future. Surrender your need to be strong. Surrender your need to fix yourself. Surrender the fight. Lay it all down. Let the feeling of this surrender permeate your entire being. It is a profound softening, a great unclenching. It is the feeling of a taut rope finally going slack. It is the peace of the soldier after the armistice has been signed. The war is over. You have fought so well, for so long, but your fight is done. You have earned your rest, not by winning, but by yielding. Rest now, my brave, surrendered child. Rest in the victory that I have already won for you. There is nothing left to fight. There is only peace. My beloved, as you rest in the deep, peaceful stillness of your surrender, I want to draw you into an even more intimate and tender space of calm. We have addressed the mind, the body, and the will. Now let us speak directly to the very core of you, to your heart. For at the root of all restlessness is a heart that does not feel completely, unshakably, and unconditionally loved. A heart that feels loved is a heart that is at rest. And tonight I want to quiet your heart, not with logic, not with commands, but with the overwhelming, irrefutable evidence of my love. The prophet Zephaniah spoke a beautiful promise that I want to make real for you now. He said, speaking of me, he will quiet you by his love. This is one of an active, powerful force. It is not just a sentiment. It is a verb. My love is doing something to you, for you, right now. It is actively quieting the restlessness in your soul. How does it do this? Think of a small, fussy baby, crying in its crib. It is restless. It is agitated. It does not know what it needs. A good mother does not stand over the crib and reason with the baby. She does not command the baby to be still. She does what is most powerful. She picks the baby up. She holds it close to her heart. She swaddles it in a warm blanket. She hums a soft, low, gentle lullaby. And it is the combination of the secure embrace, the warmth, the gentle sound, and the very presence of the mother's love that quiets the child. The child is quieted by her love. This is what I am doing for your soul tonight. Your soul has been like that restless, crying child, and I have come to you, I have picked you up. I am holding you close to my own heart, and my love is the force that is bringing you peace. I want you to feel this. I want you to imagine my love as a substance, a tangible reality. Picture it as the softest, warmest, most luxurious blanket you can possibly imagine. It is a blanket woven from the threads of grace and embroidered with all of my promises. It is a weighted blanket, and its gentle pressure is inherently calming. Now feel me wrapping this blanket of love around you. I am tucking it in carefully around your shoulders, around your feet. You are completely swaddled, completely enveloped in the gentle, heavy warmth of my affection for you. This blanket protects you from the chill of fear, from the draft of doubt, from the coldness of loneliness. In its embrace, your heart cannot help but feel secure. Now listen with the ear of your heart. I am humming a lullaby for you. It is the ancient, eternal song of my love. It has no words that your mind can analyze, but your spirit understands its melody perfectly. It is a song that says, "You are mine, you are safe, you are cherished, all is well." This low, gentle, constant humming of my love is the sound that cancels out all the other noises. It is the sound that quiets the crying of your soul. It is the sound that makes peace inevitable. And as I hold you, swaddled in my love, humming my song of peace over you, I want you to feel your own heart responding. Feel the frantic, restless beat beginning to slow down, to synchronize with the calm, steady rhythm of my own heart. Feel the clenched, fearful muscles of your heart beginning to soften and open. Feel the ache of loneliness and the sting of regret being soothed by the balm of my affection. My love quiets you because it answers the deepest questions your restless heart is asking. The question, "Am I safe?" My love answers, "I am your fortress." The question, "Am I worthy?" My love answers, "I died for you." The question, "Will I be abandoned?" My love answers, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." The question, "What if I fail?" My love answers, "My grace is sufficient for you." My love is the final answer. It is the ultimate truth. And when your heart truly rests in this truth, restlessness cannot survive. It is like a shadow that is instantly obliterated by the turning on of a great, warm, and radiant light. So let my love do its work tonight. You do not have to strive for it. You only have to receive it. You do not have to earn it. You only have to rest in it. Let it be the blanket that warms you. Let it be the song that soothes you. Let it be the embrace that holds you. Let yourself be quieted by my love. This is the deepest, sweetest, and most profound rest there is. Sleep now, my beloved, in the quiet, peaceful cradle of my love. My beloved child, as you lie here, swaddled in my love, your soul being quieted by my very presence, I want to speak a simple foundational truth directly into the heart of your restlessness. For at the very bottom of almost all agitation, all anxiety, and all frantic striving, there is one primal question. Am I safe? Your nervous system, your body, your mind, They become restless because some part of you feels threatened. It may not be a physical threat. It may be a threat of loss, a threat of failure, a threat of rejection, a threat of the unknown. But your soul perceives a danger, and so it cannot rest. It remains on high alert, vigilant, and prepared for an impact that may never come. Tonight, I want to bring an end to that vigilance. I want to speak a word of profound and absolute security over you. And that word is this: you are safe here, with me, right now. Let us explore what this safety truly means. It is not the fragile safety that the world offers. The world's safety depends on locked doors, on a healthy bank account, on a good security system, on a favorable medical report. It is a safety that is constantly being threatened, and the effort to maintain it is in itself a source of great restlessness. But the safety I offer you is of a completely different order. It is a spiritual and eternal safety that is untouchable by the circumstances of the world. First, you are safe from condemnation. The greatest threat to your soul is not what can happen to you in this world, but the fear of judgment, the fear that you are not right with God. The accuser loves to whisper this fear to you in the night, to remind you of your failures and tell you that you are unworthy, that you are separated from me. But I want you to hear the truth of the gospel, the good news, as a declaration of your absolute safety. The Apostle Paul wrote, "There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus." No condemnation, not a little bit, not a lingering shadow of it. Zero. Why? Because on the cross, I took all the condemnation, all the judgment, all the wrath that your sin deserved upon myself. The gavel of justice has already fallen, and it has declared you not guilty. You are safe from judgment forever. Let this truth be the foundation of your safety. When you feel the fear of not being good enough, remember that your safety is not in your goodness but in my finished work. Second, you are safe from being abandoned. One of the deepest human fears is the fear of being left alone, of being forsaken. Perhaps you have experienced this in your human relationships, and it has left a deep wound of insecurity in your soul. So you are restless, always afraid that I too will eventually leave you if you fail or disappoint me. But hear my unbreakable promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Never. It is an impossibility. I have sealed you with my Holy Spirit. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. You are permanently and irrevocably mine. My presence is not a conditional gift, it is a covenantal reality. You are safe from abandonment. You can rest in the security of a love that will never, ever let you go. Third, you are safe from the ultimate power of any earthly trouble. I have not promised you a life free from storms, but I have promised to be with you in the storm, and I have promised that the storm will not have the final say. I told my disciples, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." The sickness, the financial struggle, the relational pain, the grief, these things are real, and they are painful, but they are not ultimate. They cannot destroy what is most essentially you. They cannot touch your soul, which is hidden with me in God. I hold the power to redeem every tear, to work all things together for your good, and to bring you safely home to an eternity where there will be no more sorrow or pain. Your ultimate destiny is secure. You are safe from the final victory of any trouble you may face. So, feel this safety now. Let it be more than an idea. Let it be a sensation. Imagine a great, impenetrable fortress. Its walls are my righteousness. Its gates are my faithfulness. Its watchtowers are my sovereignty. And you are resting in the innermost, most secure courtyard of this fortress. The winds of the world can howl outside the walls, but they cannot touch you. The armies of darkness can rage against the gates, but they cannot breach them. You are in the safest place in the universe. Let this deep sense of safety calm your nervous system. Let your body know that the state of high alert is no longer needed. The threat has been neutralized. The guard has been set. You can power down. You can let go. You can surrender to the deep, peaceful, and fearless rest that comes only from knowing, in the very core of your being, that you are completely and eternally safe. My precious child, as you rest in this profound state of safety, I want to give you one more sensation to help you sink into the final deep stages of sleep. Your restlessness, as we have seen, is a kind of frantic, light, and chaotic energy. It makes you feel untethered, agitated, like a leaf blown about by the wind. The antidote to this feeling is not emptiness, but a different kind of fullness. It is the feeling of a gentle, comforting, and stabilizing weight. It is the feeling of my presence. Think about how you calm a frightened animal or a crying child. You often do so with a gentle, steady pressure. You place a firm hand on their back. You swaddle them in a heavy blanket. This gentle weight communicates safety, security, and presence. It says, I am here. I am solid. I am not going anywhere. It calms the nervous system and makes rest possible. Tonight, I want you to feel the gentle weight of my presence settling over you like the most perfect, comforting weighted blanket. For so long you have been carrying the heavy, jagged weight of your own anxieties, the weight of your fears, the weight of your responsibilities. These are uncomfortable, crushing weights that create tension and pain. We have taken those weights from you. We have cast them into the sea. And now, I want to replace them with a different kind of weight altogether. A good weight. A holy weight. A weight that does not crush but calms. I want you to imagine my presence as a tangible substance. Picture it as a great, soft, heavy cloak of deep indigo velvet, the color of the midnight sky. And it is studded with the soft, shimmering light of a billion distant stars. It is the cloak of the cosmos, the cloak of my sovereignty. And I am now, ever so gently, draping this cloak over you as you lie here. Feel the initial contact. Feel the soft, immense weight of it as it settles over your body, from your shoulders all the way down to your feet. It is not a restrictive weight. It is a comforting weight. It is heavy enough to make you feel completely secure, completely pinned down by love, unable to be tossed about by the winds of your restlessness. But it is soft enough to feel like the most tender of embraces. This gentle, loving pressure is the feeling of my peace. It is the tangible sensation of my sovereignty. It is the physical manifestation of the truth that I am with you and that I am in control. Let this weight be a constant, gentle reminder that you are held. You are grounded. You are anchored. As this blanket of my presence settles over you, feel it stilling the last vestiges of your physical restlessness. Feel your legs, which once wanted to move, now feel heavy, warm, and deeply relaxed under its weight. Feel your arms, which were tense, now feel leaden and peaceful at your sides. Feel your whole body sinking down into your bed, held there not by the force of gravity alone, but by the gentle, loving weight of my care for you. This weight is also silencing. The sheer mass and substance of it absorbs the frantic, high-pitched frequency of your anxiety. It muffles the noise of the world. It creates a cocoon of deep, profound quiet around you. Within this cocoon, your spirit can finally unfurl and rest. Let go into this feeling. Stop trying to float. Stop trying to strive. Let yourself sink. Let the gentle weight of my presence be the force that stills you completely. It is the weight of glory. It is the weight of love. It is the weight of a peace that surpasses all understanding. This is the opposite of the frantic, weightless agitation you felt earlier. This is the deep, grounded, heavy peace of a soul that has come to rest in its proper place, in the loving, sovereign, and weighty presence of its God. Breathe under the blanket of my presence. Let each breath be a reminder of the gentle pressure, the constant comfort, the unshakable security. You are held. You are weighted down by a love so vast and so powerful that no restlessness can survive in its presence. Let this be the final sensation that carries you into a deep, heavy, and profoundly peaceful sleep. My beloved, as you lie here, resting under the gentle, calming weight of my presence, completely safe and secure, I want to speak a formal blessing over you. These are not just comforting words or positive affirmations. When I, your Lord and Savior, speak a blessing, I am releasing a creative power. I am calling into being a reality of peace and wholeness over you. It is the final seal upon all the work we have done together tonight. So, I ask your spirit to be open now, to be soft and receptive. Do not strive to feel anything. Simply receive this benediction as a gift of pure grace. I bless your mind. To the mind that has been a frantic, noisy office, I speak a holy Sabbath. To the thoughts that have been racing in endless, anxious circles, I command a gentle and final halt. I bless your mind with the gift of stillness. I bless your memory, releasing it from the chains of past regrets and replacing them with the sweet remembrance of my faithfulness. I bless your imagination, cleansing it from the fear of future catastrophes and sanctifying it as a space where you can dream dreams of hope and behold the beauty of my promises. I bless your cognitive processes that even in sleep, they may be rewired for peace, not for panic. I place a guard of my divine tranquility at the gate of your mind, and I declare that no thought of fear, no whisper of anxiety, no lie of the enemy shall be granted entry tonight. May your mind become a calm, clear pool, perfectly reflecting the peace of heaven until the morning light. Receive the blessing of a stilled mind. I bless your heart. To the heart that has been fluttering like a trapped bird, beating with the frantic rhythm of fear, I speak my own steady, sovereign rhythm. I bless your heart with a deep and abiding sense of security. I soothe the bruised places of disappointment and mend the torn fabric of past hurts. I pour the balm of my spirit, the divine comforter, over every wound. I bless your capacity to feel, calming the agitated emotions and replacing them with a profound sense of well-being. I speak to your heart and I call it by its true name, beloved. I declare that it is safe, it is cherished, and it is held in the hands of a love that will never fail. May your heart, the very center of your being, find its perfect rest tonight, beating in quiet, joyful rhythm with mine. Receive the blessing of a calmed heart. I bless your body. To the body that has been the loyal container of all this restless energy, I speak a deep and restorative release. To the muscles that have been clenched in a state of constant readiness, I command a full and complete softening. To the nerves that have been frayed and firing with alarm, I speak a profound and lasting peace. I bless your shoulders, releasing the immense weight of the burdens you have carried. I bless your jaw that it may unclench. I bless your hands that they may open. I bless your legs, that the need to move may be replaced by a heavy, pleasant stillness. I bless your every cell, commanding them to enter a state of deep, cellular Sabbath, a time of repairing, renewing, and restoring under the direction of your Creator. May your body become a vessel, not of agitation, but of profound tranquility, a living testament to the peace that I provide. Receive the blessing of a rested body. I bless your spirit. To your spirit, the innermost part of you, the part that communes with me, I speak a blessing of deep, intimate connection. The restlessness of your soul has often been the cry of a spirit that feels distant from its source. Tonight, I bless your spirit with a tangible awareness of my nearness. I remove any veil of separation. I bless you with the assurance that you are not alone, but that you are one with me, a branch abiding in the vine. Even as your conscious mind sleeps, may your spirit drink deeply from the river of my life. May it be nourished and strengthened. May it dance in the secret places of my presence. I bless your spirit with the deep intuitive knowing that you are held, you are loved, and you belong to me now and forever. May you awaken with a spirit that is not just rested, but truly, deeply, joyfully alive. Receive the blessing of a satisfied spirit. mind, heart, body, and spirit. I bless you as a whole and integrated person, my masterpiece. Let these words of blessing be the very atmosphere you breathe as you sink into the final stages of sleep. I have spoken it. It is done. You are blessed. My blessed child, the work is now complete. The restlessness has been named, surrendered, and soothed. The mind has been stilled, the heart calmed, the body rested, and the spirit satisfied. You are floating now, not in a restless ocean, but in a vast and tranquil sea of perfect calm. The harbor has opened up into this boundless expanse of peace, and you are drifting, safely and serenely, on its glassy surface. It is time to let go of the last shoreline of conscious thought. It is time to trust the current of my spirit to carry you into the deep waters of restorative sleep. Do not be afraid to drift. There are no dangerous currents here. There are no hidden rocks. There are no storms on the horizon. This is my sea. I command its tides, and its only purpose tonight is to carry you to a place of perfect rest. Imagine yourself lying on your back, floating effortlessly on this sea. The water is a warm, silken, deep blue. It holds you completely. You do not have to make any effort to stay afloat. The buoyancy of my love makes it impossible for you to sink. Look up. The sky above is not a dark and empty void. It is a brilliant canopy of 1 billion stars, each one a tiny testament to my power and my meticulous care. See the great soft river of the Milky Way flowing across the heavens. This is the majestic and peaceful cathedral in which you will sleep tonight. Now, feel a gentle, almost imperceptible current begin to move you. It is the breath of my spirit, the Ruach, moving gently across the face of the waters. It is slowly, lovingly, carrying you away from the shore of wakefulness, away from the land of striving and thinking, and out into the great peaceful expanse of sleep. You do not need to paddle. You do not need to steer. You only need to allow yourself to be moved. As you drift, I want you to let go of the details of our time together. Let go of the specific images and the words. Do not try to hold on to them or analyze them. They have already done their work. They have brought you to this place of peace. Now, just rest in the effect. Rest in the feeling of profound calm that remains. The medicine has been administered. Now you just need to rest and let it heal you. With every gentle movement of the current, feel yourself drifting further from the concerns of the day. They are on a shore that is growing smaller and smaller in the distance. The to-do lists, the relational conflicts, the worries about the future, they are all fading. They have no place out here, in the middle of this vast, holy ocean. Here, there is only the water, the stars, and my presence. Feel the gentle rocking of the water. It is a perfect rhythmic motion. It is the rocking of a divine cradle. It is designed to lull you into the deepest state of relaxation you have ever known. Let your body move with it. Let your mind be soothed by its predictability, its gentleness. It is the rhythm of my own heart, rocking you to sleep. As you drift, you may begin to lose your sense of self. The boundaries between you and the water may begin to blur. This is a good thing. You are not ceasing to exist. You are simply merging with my peace. You are becoming one with the calm that surrounds you. You are letting go of the small, anxious self and resting in the vast, peaceful reality of my being. You are drifting now into a place between wakefulness and sleep, a beautiful, hazy, dreamlike state. It is a place of absolute safety and profound peace. Stay here for as long as you like. There is no rush, but know that the current is carrying you, steadily and surely, toward the shores of deep sleep. Let go now. Let the current take you. Trust the water. Trust the stars. Trust the one who made them all and who is holding you in this perfect moment of peace. You are drifting home. You are drifting into rest. You are drifting into me. My beloved child, as you drift on this boundless, peaceful sea, carried by the gentle currents of my spirit. I want to give you one final, absolute assurance. As you prepare to let go of the last thread of consciousness and surrender to the deep, you may feel a tiny residual flicker of fear. It is the fear of the unknown, the fear of vulnerability. For sleep is a state of utter helplessness. You will be unconscious, unaware, and unable to protect yourself. And a part of you, the part that has learned to be vigilant and self-reliant, may be hesitant to enter such a state. To that last, lingering fear, I want to speak this unbreakable promise. I will watch over your sleep. While you are resting, I am not. While you are unconscious, I am fully aware. While you are vulnerable, I am your omnipotent protector. Your rest does not depend on your own ability to stay safe while you sleep. Your rest depends entirely on my faithfulness to guard you, and I am always faithful. The psalmist sang, "He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. I am the one who keeps you, and my eyes will not close tonight. I am your divine watchman, your heavenly guardian, your eternal sentinel." I want you to picture this. As your little boat drifts peacefully on the sea of calm, I want you to see me taking my place at the helm. I am your captain through the night. I am standing watchful and serene, my gaze fixed on the horizon, my hand resting surely on the tiller. My presence alone is a beacon in the quiet darkness. I know these waters perfectly. I see every star in the sky, and I know it by name. I feel every shift in the celestial winds. You are in the hands of the most expert mariner in the universe. My watch is not a passive one. It is active. I am guarding you from external disturbances. Just as I stood guard over the tomb where my body lay, ensuring its sacred peace, so I stand guard over your bed tonight. I have commanded my angels, as we have discussed, and they are stationed around you, a silent, powerful, heavenly host. Together, we form an impenetrable perimeter of light and love around you. No earthly noise can startle you from your deep rest, unless it is my will. No spiritual force of darkness can dare to approach this holy ground. You are resting in a fortress of divine light. I am also guarding you from internal disturbances. I am standing watch over the gates of your mind and heart, which my peace has already secured. Should a stray anxiety from a forgotten dream try to surface, I am there to soothe it back into stillness. Should a memory of a past pain try to echo in your subconscious, I am there to quiet it with my grace. I am guarding not just your body, but your very soul, your subconscious mind, ensuring that your sleep is not just a cessation of activity, but a time of deep, profound, and undisturbed healing. And as I watch over you, I am doing more than just protecting. I am blessing. I am sustaining. I am renewing. While you sleep, I am at work, knitting together the raveled sleeve of your day. I am pouring strength back into your weary limbs. I am clearing the fog from your mind. I am replenishing the reserves of your spirit. You are not just lying dormant. You are like a vessel plugged into the very source of all life, being recharged, refilled, and restored. You will awaken in the morning not just rested, but renewed, because your heavenly Father was at work on your behalf all through the night. So, release that last bit of fear. Let go of the need to protect yourself. That is my job now. You have been relieved of your post. You can surrender completely to the vulnerability of sleep, because you are surrendering into the arms of the one who is all-powerful. Your helplessness is perfectly safe in my omnipotence. Trust me with your unconscious hours. Trust me with your defenselessness. Trust me with your rest. It is a sacred trust, and I will not fail it. I will be here, watching, guarding, sustaining, and loving you every single moment of the night. I will be the first thing you are aware of when you wake. You will open your eyes and find that I am still here, having never left your side. Now, with this final assurance, let yourself go completely. The captain is on the watch. The ship is safe. The sea is calm. It is time to sleep. And so, my precious child, we have come to the end of this journey. We have walked together from the shores of your restlessness to the very center of my boundless, peaceful sea. Every burden has been laid down. Every fear has been addressed. Every anxious thought has been stilled. Every part of your being, your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit, has been blessed, secured, and quieted. There is nothing left to do. There is nothing left to say. All that remains is the final, sweet, and gentle act of release. It is time to sleep. The restlessness that brought you here tonight has served its purpose. It was a beautiful, holy ache. It was the signal that led you to seek me, but its work is now done. It has delivered you into my presence, and in my presence it cannot survive. The motor has finally been switched off. The storm has passed. The choppy waters are now a perfect, glassy mirror. Your soul is calm. So I speak to you now, not as the restless one, but as the one who is at peace. I speak to you as my beloved child, who is resting securely in your Father's arms. Sleep now. Let go of the sound of my voice. Let go of the images in your mind. They were the boat that brought you to this peaceful shore. You are here now. You can step out of the boat and onto the soft, warm sands of deep, dreamless rest. Sleep now. Let the last remnants of your conscious control dissolve like mist in the morning sun. Allow your mind to become empty, clear, and still. There is nothing more you need to think about. I am thinking on your behalf. Sleep now. Trust the heavy, peaceful feeling in your limbs. Let your body sink deep, deep, deep into the comfort of your bed. Let it become a part of the stillness, a part of the quiet, a part of the earth. You are grounded. You are safe. Sleep now. Your soul is calm. The inner battle is over. You have surrendered. And in your surrender, you have found a peace that you could never have achieved through struggle. Rest in that victory. Rest in that peace. I will be here, watching over you as I promised. Every breath you take in your sleep will be a quiet prayer of trust in me. And every beat of your heart will be a testament to the life I so freely give you. You are more than just a sleeping body. You are a beloved soul, resting, healing, and growing in the very presence of your God. The morning will come, in its own good time, and with it will come new mercy, new strength, and new grace, all prepared for you during this holy night of rest. But do not think of the morning now. The night is a gift, receive it fully. Sleep now, my beloved, your soul is calm, all is well. Sleep, sleep, sleep.